Hi all, in this video I'm just going to show you what I have actually coded. So I have already coded, so I'm just explaining it, that's all. So in this video we'll see about how to add the Bootstrap code onto our Django web page. So when you look at it, the first thing which you have to do is that go to the templates, create a new file, and as a new file you have to basically create this base.html. Okay, so initially when you create this particular page you will not have anything there. So what you have to do, what you're planning to do is that you have to go to the Bootstrap start page. Okay, so in that I am actually using this Bootstrap 4.6 because it has got a starter code which I could just directly copy, so which I feel like is easy for me when I start working with the Bootstrap, I mean like with the website codes. So I feel like this is easier for me, and there are higher versions of Bootstrap. If you want, you can actually go ahead and start doing it. So just to start with and just to tell you like how to use this, I feel like if I use the version 4.6 it is easier for me because there is a starter code. Just when you scroll down, there is a starter code, there is which is available in their website. So I could just simply copy this particular code and paste it in this particular in the base.html and save it. Okay, so when you do that, basically what happens is that you are actually getting this particular code, and in that code you are actually trying to access all this information through CDN. That means that you have a content delivery network, and using the content delivery network you are trying to access all this code. Okay, so that is what actually basically you are trying to do in that particular code. So you have the style, you can access the style sheet, you can access all this information here. So that is what basically we are doing here in this base.html, right? So so in this video we are going to show about how to add the Bootstrap over to our template. So for that we have to first go to this template. In the template folder we need to create a new file. So we are creating a new file, say base1. Okay, base1.html. this is the file that we are going to create. So once we create that particular file, what you have to do is that go to the Bootstrap page. So this is the Bootstrap starting page. So in the Bootstrap starting page you can actually take on the different versions here. So I am actually taking the version 4.6, and in the version if you scroll down you have something called the starter template. So I'm just copying the starter template. Okay, and I can copy this here, and this is the first step which I am doing, right? So when I do this, basically by this what you are basically doing is that you are actually using the CDN network, and you can access the CSS, you can access the jQuery, you can access the Bootstrap. So all those things could be accessed in your code by using this particular CDN network, that is content delivery network, right? So this we have already explained before as well. And after that what we are planning to do is that we are going to slightly update the code. So we are going to update the code by including this particular code, this particular Django code. So what we does is that instead of this hello, okay, instead of this hello world, what we are going to do is that inside the body we are just taking this off. Okay, so taking this off, or you can just make it sorry, so you can just take that off, and instead of that you are actually adding a block code. Okay, so what do you meant by this block code? That the meaning of this is that whatever is there in this particular web page, okay, so this head bar and this the lower part of the code will be displayed in your web page. So that is the meaning of it. Okay, so whatever is there as part of the top of the bar and as part of the this particular bar, whatever is there, that has to be displayed. That's the meaning of it, right? So when you look at here, okay, so I have also given the explanation. So this is the so whatever step below and above will be actually displayed. So, and it will be displayed across your web pages. Like say if you have multiple web pages, across the web pages all those information will be actually displayed, right? So that is what you will do. So this is that particular code which you have to understand. And then what you have to do is that you can go to the home page. Okay, so while going to the home page, so while moving to the home page, I'm just including this extends base.html here. So when I extend this base.html, it will make sure that you are extending. So you will be using the content, that is the block content, which is actually there in in your base.html. so base.html, whatever content is here, that will be basically applied here in your home page. That's the meaning of it. So when you look at it here also, we have actually added this block content. So when you look at it, you are going to the home page and you are actually adding this block, right? So you are adding this particular block. So that means that whatever within the block which is available in the base.html, that will be actually taken here and will be used here. Okay, so that's the meaning of it, right? And you are also using this extends. That means that, you know, it's just, you know, you're telling the I mean, like the start of it, to make sure that, you know, you need to get the content. You are actually getting, or you're actually pulling the content from base.html. So in order to tell your home page the, you know, that you have to extract the content from base.html, you have to include this particular statement as well. Okay, so now when you run this particular code, basically you will see like this. Okay, so you will look, your home page will, your page will basically look like this, a simple page where, you know, hello world will be displayed, and, you know, and you will have all this particular things, and each of them will be looking a little bit more pretty, because it will be like, you know, because we have actually taken the code and it looks like a link. Okay, so now we can actually update this particular code a little better. So what we are actually doing is that we are actually adding a container. Okay, this is in the base.html. so in the base.html, what we does is that we are actually updating the code by adding into a container, just to, you know, beautify it a little bit more. So when we add this container, this div container, so when you look at this page in the base.html, I have actually added this div class. So this is a container. So I have added this block code within a container. That is what actually basically we have done. So when we have done that, we will get our same page itself, but this page is now actually, you know, aligned to a little bit more, you know. So this is the page content. So in this page content, it is actually in a mood a little bit and looking pretty, not like at the edge of your paper, I mean like page, right? And in the articles underscore details.html, you know, I'm just including the same content, so that, you know, I want, you know, the same format. Say even if I navigate from one page to another page, right? So even if I navigate from one page to another page, I want all these changes which I have done in this page, you know, to be reflected in the other page as well. So if I do it as a div container, so here also with the article underscore and details.html, what I'm doing is I'm including this extends. That means that I'm telling the article underscore details page that, you know, better look at this, you know, this HTML page. This is the HTML page, right? So in this HTML page, I'm just asking, you know, you know, you have to pull all the details from base.html, and I'm including the contents within a block tag, right? So this is what, say I have actually included a block tag here. So I have a starting block and the ending block as well, right? So this is what we have done. So we could see that, you know, the same thing, whatever we have changes we see, so in this particular page, that is actually reflected here in the sub page as well, right? Now the next one is that, you know, we can actually beautify the page a little bit better. So what we are going to do is that our button basically looks like a plain black back button. So instead of that, you know, we can actually include some code to make our button look a little more pretty. So for that, what you could do is that you could actually navigate to yes. So basically what you could do is that in the in this page, okay, when you go back to the this components, okay, in the components you have this buttons. Okay, so you have different type of buttons which are available here. So select one of the buttons. So I'm just selecting the secondary button. So in that, I want my button class to be button secondary, right? This is what I want. So what I did is that, you know, I am going back to my article details page, because the button is there in the article details page, and I have added this particular code here as a class. So this I am actually pulling it from the Bootstrap, right? So I have already included this in the base.html, included this Bootstrap. I mean, like, you know, whatever you want, you can actually pull it by using the CDN. So I have already entered this, so I can just directly use it here in the class. Okay, so I don't have to add anything like, go to the Bootstrap and get it. No, I don't have to do anything like that, because I have my because I'm extending all of these things from the base.html, so it will take care of it. So I don't have to worry about where it is actually grabbing these details from. So it already knows that I am taking it from the Bootstrap. So that's what the meaning is. So if I'm adding this, once you do that, you will be able to see your button, which is actually updated like this gray button. So how did I do that? Yes, I actually extracted this button from this particular class. This is the secondary button, which is actually in gray color. I'm using that here. So what happens is that I get it like this, right? So now so like this, whatever changes if you want to do, you can actually do it. And you can update, you can remove certain things which you don't want in your page, and you can add certain contents. You can do all this information the way you want. And now the next one which you have to do is that, say when I enter into a particular page, okay, when I enter into the page, it shows like hello world, right? So where am I getting this hello world from? So this hello world is basically the hello world which is actually displayed here in the base.html, right? So I don't want to be that to be displayed every time when I move into it. I want it in my own way. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a title. Okay, so I'm going to add a title here. So in this particular title, I'm going to so this is a block code itself, this is a Django code itself. So this is how you will understand that it's a Django code. So you are adding this Django code, and you have a title, start title and an end title as well, right? You have a start title and an end title. Within that I am actually going to add like welcome to Blogsin, right? So that is my block name. So if when I do that particular change, instead of this hello world which I could see here, okay, that would be changed to welcome to Blogsin, right? So now this is actually changed. Now what I need to do is that I want to navigate. I mean like I want to navigate, say when I navigate from one post to another post, say from the home page, this is my home page. From the home page, when I click on this first post, basically I will go to this detail view, right? So when I go to this detail view, again it is all the welcome to Blogsin. So wherever I move, wherever I navigate in my page, always it shows like welcome to Blogsin. I don't want that. Instead, I want my page to display, say when I go to the first post, it should say it is first post. When I move to the second post, it should say it is second post. So for that, what change I should do? So for that, what I have done is that I have gone to this article page, and in the article page I have actually changed it into this post title. So it's actually now the post tag. Instead of that, I am actually changing it into post title. So if I change it into post title, okay, save. Okay, so if I do it in the post title, when you change your code, say when you run your code, 1 second, say I am in this welcome page, which is actually welcome to Blogsin. Now I am clicking on the first post. When I click on the first post, you could see that it is actually changed to the first post here. Now I am going back, so it is again welcome to Blogsin. Now I am clicking on the second post. So it is showing me the second post, right? So this change is basically happening because of in the article details.html, I have included a block title with the blog post.title, right? So now what I'm going to do is that, no, I don't want this to happen. I want something more. Okay, so what I will do is that I'm going to the models.py, and in the models.py, I'm going to add another field called tag. So I'm going to, whatever be the tag, that is the tag that I am going to display as when I navigate from one page to another page. I want this title tag to be displayed instead of the title itself, because I could see the title when I go into the page, I could see the title. So I want this title tag to be displayed. So I'm making it as a character field, and whenever say if you are actually if you are using this, then you are giving this default value. So this default value just says that if in case you forgot to give the tag value or something like that, something has to be displayed, it should not be left blank, right? So welcome to Blogsin will be displayed. So when you are doing this particular change, always understand that if you are doing some changes to the model, you have to always save it and do a migration. Okay, so whenever you do that, you have to do a migration. So the migration in the sense like, you are doing some changes to the database itself. So you have changed your model. So model is the one which is directly related to your related to the what is a database. So you are actually, you know, still you have not, you are using the default database which is there with the Django. We have not yet touched that particular part, but still, say we want to do all this migration. So what we will do is that Python manage.py make migration. So it will show you, you have added a post underscore title underscore tag, right? And here in the articles dot details, right, here I need to add underscore tag, right? This is what I am actually adding here. Okay, so this in the models I am having this title underscore tag. So I need to go to my you know, this is what I want to display. So from here onwards, when I move from one page to navigate from one page to another page, I want this post dot title underscore tag to be displayed instead of the title itself, right? So that's what I'm doing. So now in the models.py, so I have actually added this. So when I do this migrations, if you could see, it is actually clearly telling me, yes, you are actually migrating, and all those changes which you have done. Then I am doing the migrate operation. So python manage.py migrate. So it will say that all these are basically applied, and when you run your server, it will run with no issues. There is no issues, right? So now when you look at your page, okay, here I'm just updating it. So now when I click on here, when I'm moving from one page to another page, okay, so now sometimes I will not be able to see the changes. That is because I have actually changed the model, right? So what I need to do is that I have to go back here, Control C. I'm doing a Control C. I'm doing CLS. Okay, so now I'm doing this make migrations. Okay, so no changes detected because I didn't make any major changes. And then I have to do the migrate. Then okay, so then again I am running my server, right? So this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to this particular option, and here I am going to this new one, and I'm just updating it here, right? So I'm in this particular page, and when I go back here, I am actually seeing something else, right? So how did I get that? Okay, how did know that, you know, we have not updated the tag at all. So what did you do that? So if you want this first post tag to be appeared here as first post tag, so how we basically do is that we need to go to the admin. Okay, so if you are already logged into the admin, you can actually go to the admin page. Otherwise you can log into the admin with your login credentials and go to the post. So I'm going to this particular post. So as in the model, okay, so how many fields are there? You have a title, right? Then you have a title tag, then you have author, then you have body, right? So these are the four things. So title post is here, title tag is here, and then author, then body, right? Say if I'm not giving anything here, okay, so basically, yes, first post tag. Okay, so I'm just saving it here. So now I will show you, say this one, hi. So I have not changed anything, right? So there is a default tag which is actually showing here, welcome to Blogsins, right? So that is because I have actually given this default value as welcome to Blogsins here. So that's why actually this default value will be shown here. So now for the other post, actually I have already changed. Okay, so in the first post I have actually gone and changed this first post tag. I want it to be first post tag, so I have changed the tag, and this tag will not be displayed anywhere in your page other than your, only it will be displayed at the top, on the browser thing, right? So now when you go to the second post, I have actually changed it to second post tag. So now when I go back to my third, I have actually third post tag, but the fourth one I have not changed anything. I have not changed this, so this is the default one which is already there. Okay, so this changes you have to actually do, and then you have to go back and update your thing. Then you will be able to see that when you click on the first one, that tag will be shown. So what is the tag here? The tag value is first post tag. So this tag value is basically, I have made a mistake, so that mistake is reflected here. See here, I have it is fist now, okay, because I changed it, and so I am saving it now, right? So now when I go here and update it, it will be first post tag, right? Got it? So now again second post, it will show like second post tag, right? And in the third post, it will show it as third post tag. But in the fourth post, this hi I have not changed, so by default whatever it is, that value will be shown here, right? So this is what I wanted to show you in this thing. So basically in this particular lab, we have just seen a simple thing. We have understood certain things as well. So how you can actually change your title when you navigate from one page to another page, and whenever you do how can you actually incorporate the code from the Bootstrap and apply it in your base.html. And if you want that changes to be seen in the web pages that you have in your website, you have to include this as extends base.html, say in both the article.html, in article.html and in home.html, you have extended that, and you have to also include this block code. That means that you are actually pulling the data from the base.html. So and in base.html, you have this title. This title is nothing but the title that has to be displayed. So if say by default, if you are not giving anything in this particular title, what will be displayed? This code will be taken and this title will be displayed. So this is the default title. Okay, this is the default title which the website will be using, right? And this is your navbar code. Say in the website, you can actually see this navigation bar, right? So you can see this navigation. So this black color, this navigation bar, this link and all this stuff you could see. So that actually what we have actually done is that we have gone to the nav bar. Okay, in the nav bar, okay, when you scroll down, you have something called nav bar. Actually we have copied this code. Okay, so we have copied this particular code and we have actually removed all the unwanted things which we don't want. Say in my when you look at the code, if you look at the code here, if you look at the web page here, in the web page you have just this Blogsin and this link, right? There is nothing else. So what we have basically done is that we have just kept that in the navbar, we have just kept a button and we have also kept a link. That's all we have actually kept, right? All the other things actually basically we have actually removed. And in this also you should understand that, see here the URL is, see this Blogsin is the Blogsin which you are actually seeing here in the website. In the website, when you look at this website, you have something called this Blogsin and you have this link. So when you click the link, basically you are going back to the home page itself. When you click the Blogsin, you will go back to the say you are in the first post. Okay, you are in the first post. When you click on the Blogsin, you are coming back to the home page. You getting my point? Say you are in the second post, you are clicking the link to the Blogsin, right? And this one I have actually not given anything, so it will stay there itself. Okay, but other than that, when you click on the Blogsin, it will come to the home page itself. So that is what actually we have actually given this code. So this Blogsin is what is actually printed there, and you have actually included this URL tag, and in the URL tag actually you have given this home, right? So what did you get this home from? This home is nothing but from your views. Okay, so in your view actually you have this home.html, right? So sorry, not in the, sorry, here in your home, in your urls.py, in your urls.py you are actually naming this ListView as your home, right? So you want to go back to, so this is the name of that ListView which you have actually created, right? So that means you have to go to the home.html and print whatever it is there. So and you have given it as the name as home. So this is the home which I have actually used here as this home. Okay, so this Blogsin is exactly what the Blogsin which you see here. Okay, and this Blogsin is basically kept as a link. So whenever you go back to navigate and you went to wherever you are, when you click on this Blogsin, you will come back to this particular ListView page, right? So that is what we have actually given here as the %URL home. Okay, so this is what it is. So this is your navbar. So in your navbar here in this particular page, I have removed everything and I have just have this Blogsin and the link, and this color is basically a little bit different because we have actually changed this dark. Say if you change this into light, okay, say I am changing this into light. Okay, so now if you save this and when you go back and when you see this is actually, now there is a bar here but it is actually light, so it doesn't look good. So what I did is actually I changed it into dark. So there are different formats and everything. You can actually go back to the now the Bootstrap page and you can actually explore all those. So when you look here and then when you go back to your page and update it, is now black now, right? So it is more beautiful to look at the page right now, right? So all these changes also, so I have done. So this is the now bar. So in the now bar you have this whatever has to be printed, that button is there, and then you have a simple what is that, link. So you have a simple link here, that's the only thing which you have in your all the others. So when you are deleting the code from here, just make sure that you are, say, listing. So listing from a start button, I mean like a start tag and the end tag. So make sure that you are deleting the exact things. Don't get, if you go and delete without understanding the code, it will give you a lot of errors. Okay, so just make sure that you are deleting the code based on your understanding. So this understanding is very important. So this is a div. Okay, so it's kind of a div bar. Okay, so that's all about here. So in this now in this whole video we have simply talked about we have simply talked about how our page has to look like and how you can actually incorporate the code from Bootstrap, right? So that we have seen. And apart from that, we have also seen, like, say if we navigate from one page to another page, how can you actually change the welcome note, which is actually the title, which is actually given on the bar itself. And you have also seen, like, if you change any updations in the model .py, then you have to make those changes and you have to do the make migrations, migrate, and then run the server. Then only you will be able to see the changes which is there. And then if there is any change which you have to update, you have to go back to the admin, make the changes in your in the place wherever you have to do, and then come back and run your server. Then you will be able to see the changes which you have applied. Okay, so hope you understood this particular small session, and if you have any doubts you can always get back to me. Make your hands dirty, and if you end up in any trouble or any hiccups, just go and search in the Google. Everything is available in the Google, or you can write it in the comment section so that we can help you. Thank you so much.